Hi, I'm Valerie Boudère, and here on the Mongata podcast, we explore, discover, and discuss some of life's big questions, such as, who am I really? Why am I here? What am I called to in this life? How can I connect with the deepest sources of life's wisdom? How can I be a fully alive human being? How do I heal, and what's next? As a certified sound therapist, as well as a healing coach, life design mentor, and traditional knowing woman, I work with people and communities every single day to help them uncover the answers to those big questions. Mongata is a Swedish word meaning the glimmering reflection path of moonlight on water. It's through this path, this secret doorway, that we can take the inner journey to our own inner healing, exploration, and knowing. Like phases of the moon, life is constantly changing. Finding a path to help maintain our inner balance, regardless of what life throws our way, has never been more important. Through stories and myth, music and sound, traditional and wisdom practices, which have been passed down through the centuries, let's awaken our imaginations, see what's there, get inspired, and see what's possible. Remember, change begins within. In my latest book, Thrive, Living a Self-Healed Life, I talk quite a bit about how our heart and brain are connected. I also refer to this connection as heartfulness and mindfulness. These two words are similar, yet also very different. So much of our body's mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health depends on our heart and its coherence within itself and with the brain. A heartfulness practice is where we focus and connect with the wisdom of our heart and allow it to guide us along our journey. Heartfulness is a heart-centered way of life. And our heart has an intelligence of its very own. Here are some fun heart facts about our heart. First, go ahead and put your hand on your heart. Did you place your hand on the left side of your chest? Most people do, but the heart is actually located almost in the center of your chest, between the lungs. It's tipped slightly so that a part of it sticks out and taps against the left side of the chest, which is what makes it seem as though it is located there. Now, hold out your hand and make a fist. If you're a kid, your heart is about the same size as your fist. And if you're an adult, it's about the same size as two fists. Did you know your heart beats about 100,000 times every single day and about 35 million times in a year? During an average lifetime, the human heart will beat more than 2.5 billion times. The next time you pick up a tennis ball, give it a good hard squeeze. You're using about the same amount of force your heart uses to pump blood out to the body. Even at rest, the muscles of the heart work really hard, twice as hard as the leg muscles of a person when they're sprinting. Now go ahead and feel your pulse by placing 2 fingers at pulse points on your neck or wrist. The pulse you feel is blood stopping and starting as it moves through your arteries. As a child, your resting pulse might range from 90 to 120 beats per minute. As an adult, your pulse rate slows to an average of 72 beats per minute. The aorta, the largest artery in the body, is almost the diameter of a garden hose. Capillaries, on the other hand, are so small that it takes 10 of them to equal the thickness of a human hair. Your body has about 6 quarts or 5.6 liters of blood. These 6 quarts of blood circulate through the body 3 times every minute. In one day, the blood travels a total of 12,000 miles, 19,000 kilometers. That's 4 times the distance across the U.S. from coast to coast. The heart pumps about 1 million barrels of blood during an average lifetime. That's enough to fill more than 3 super tankers. And the sound of our heart, lub-dub, lub-dub, lub-dub. If you listen to your heartbeat, you'll hear two sounds. These lub and dub sounds are made by the heart valves as they open and close. Most of the time, we aren't even aware of it. We pay more attention to the thoughts in our minds in our day-to-day lives than we ever give attention to our hearts. We're locked in our heads. We even programming ourselves to keep control of our emotions. We perhaps dismiss our feelings, intuitions, hunches, or inklings as inappropriate, a fluke, strange, or maybe even scary. More often than not, when faced with important decisions, we weigh the pros and cons. And of course, we're going to make the rational choice as the best one. There's an intelligence within the heart that is far bigger than our reasoning minds. To become conscious of your heart's intelligence, one simply opens their heart and listens for that little voice inside, that little niggle. The tools we use to do this are contemplation, which is the focus of the breath, meditation, which is the repeating of words and phrases to feel and understand their meanings and vibrations, and lastly, chanting, which creates a sacred, energetic space for us to create from. All of these tools allow one to listen to their inner voice, which rests in the heart. The heart has its reasons that reason doesn't know. Simply put, work from the heart and then the mind. They must become one unit, but we start with the heart. Let me explain this to you. When you get in touch with your heart, you are plugging into universal consciousness. Your heart is a little computer that allows you to link up to an enormous server called the universe. When you're logged into the universe, you have more resources to pull from. You get to see the bigger picture and the interconnectedness of your life and others. Your heart is infallible, and you can ask the guidance of it. Follow your intuition on matters. The intelligence of the heart never fails you or anyone who is connected to their heart center. The heart can see a whole picture from the base of a mountain to its peak, from a flowing river to the sea. The mind can only see things in short segments. When a snag comes up, it gets frustrating, but the heart is always prepared. When you open to the knowledge of your heart, its higher consciousness will whisper to you via intuition and gut instincts. It will warn you of the turbulence or difficult roads ahead and successes too. Again, it will speak to you through intuition and not reason. We will talk about the rhythm of the heart and its importance of it on your entire body and subtle energy systems another time. For today, though, I'd like you to explore your heart. First, put your hand on your chest and feel your heartbeat. And then put 2 fingers on your wrist and neck to feel your heartbeat. Sometimes when you lay on your side in bed with your head on your arm, you can hear your heartbeat. Listen to the beat of your heart. Remember all of the facts above and what an incredible organ the heart is. Put your hand on your heart when you do them. Feel that beautiful heart of yours beating. Breathe from the heart and imagine light coming out of your chest as you inhale and exhale. By placing your hand on your heart and visualizing your breath coming from the heart, it creates a pattern for you to work from your heart space. Soon you won't need to do this, but for now, you are creating a new pattern, and you'll need to, so you can get used to it. Remember, everything is connected. Let's start with a heart focus. Concentrating on the heart, and even putting your hand there. Breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Feeling and breathing from the heart. Exhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Little hold at the bottom. Feeling and breathing from the heart. Again, inhaling from the heart for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale from the heart. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, breathing in from the heart for 4 counts. And exhaling from the heart for 4 counts. And come back to normal breathing. We need to have a deeper understanding of the role the heart plays in our health, intuition, perception, and our overall well-being. When we become aware of the links between our thoughts, feelings, and reactions and the consequences these links and connections cause, we end up asking ourselves the questions, how can I bring more control over my emotions? How can I bring more heart intelligence instead of brain intelligence to my emotions? By doing this, we end up releasing the need to control our emotions. We end up releasing all of the stress, anxiety that we're holding. And we do this usually through the breath. We need to cultivate the heart. We need to repattern ourselves from thinking first and then feeling second, to activating the heart, feeling first, then thinking. Better yet, let's think of the heart and head as one unit. Now, for a little more experience in this, I'd like for you to start telling the difference between the head and the heart by observing how you perceive the world when you're using your heart intelligence versus when you're using your brain or mind intelligence. Here's a couple clues. The head, meaning the brain or mind, operates in a logical, linear manner. In many situations, it serves us well, but will greatly limit us in others. Sometimes we need more than logic can provide to solve a problem, especially emotional issues. Heart intelligence operates from intuition, direct knowing, your gut instinct. When we are using our heart intelligence, our awareness goes beyond linear and logical thinking. Our perspective becomes more flexible, creative, and comprehensive. We can see a larger picture, and oftentimes the whole picture. To experience heart-mind intelligence with regularity, we have to build a partnership between the heart and the head. This partnership begins by learning how to distinguish between these two interactive sources of intelligence. We need to be able to tell the difference between when our thoughts and feelings are being directed by the heart and when they are not, meaning the brain or mind. When we trust and respect the heart, it opens a multitude of infinite possibilities. Also, know that we aren't trying not to use the brain or mind intelligence, but to be aware that we use two different bits of intelligence with completely different nervous systems. We want to learn that everything is activated from the heart and then the head. We've been taught the opposite, that the head controls everything, but that's not true. There's some benefits and insights to activating the heart. When we focus on our heart center or area and activate a foundational heart feeling such as love, appreciation, or care, the rhythm of our heart immediately shifts to an even and steady pulse. And when this heart-activated rhythm takes over, it sends a chemical message to the brain. At this point, the heart and mind are working as one unit, sending a cascade of electrical and chemical messages to every organ and fiber of the body. When we are feeling negative emotions, it throws the nervous system out of balance. It creates heart rhythms that are disordered and jagged. The heart-mind unit, when activated, not only controls the nervous system, but our hormones as well. Positive emotions such as happiness, appreciation, compassion, care, love, etc., while changing the patterns of the nervous system, also reduce the production of stress hormones such as cortisol and increase the good hormones such as DHEA, which is, the anti-aging hormone. So the better we feel, the better we look. Remember, it's the heart that controls the nervous system. And when you listen to your heart, your heart intelligence and intuition becomes stronger and heightened. You are building a muscle. The heart's an actual muscle, but you are also building a heart intelligence muscle. As you learn to decipher the messages from your heart, you develop a precise perception to manage your emotions effectively among life situations and challenges. Without the guiding influence of the heart, it's so easy to fall prey to reactive emotions such as insecurity, anger, fear, blame, hatred, addiction, violence, and so forth. Let's do a little meditation contemplation here to end this week's podcast. Placing both hands on your heart. I want you to really feel your heart. And taking a deep breath in from the heart, say, my heart. Exhaling from the heart, say, I activate my heart. Inhaling from the heart, say, my heart. And exhaling from the heart, say, I activate my heart. One last time. Inhaling from the heart, say, my heart. Exhaling from the heart, say, I activate my heart. And immediately focus on your in-breath coming from the heart for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling from the heart for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling from the heart for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhaling from the heart for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you come back to your regular breathing pattern, let's end today's meditation and podcast and reflections of the intelligence of the heart with a little mantra, a little affirmation saying and knowing that everything is connected and everything is communicating always. I'll see you next time. Go forth and be marvelous and travel gently.